Coming to you live from the backseat of a 1984 Holden Kingswood. It's time for Destiny Down Under.
G'day and welcome to the 136th episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. One day we're going to do a special episode called All the Horrible Things Sloth Says immediately before we go live, just to try and fuck me up doing the intro. It's beautiful. It's a fucking good thing and it's a laugh among friends. But welcome, dudes. How you going? It's a Friday night. It feels a bit weird, doesn't it?
You know, I know there's more intros that Rick's done because he shared one with me.
There is. I've just got to pull my finger out and do it. Some of them are very fucking borderline.
I'm gonna share a borderline with the audience because he showed it to me and I laughed my head off. Right.
All right. I'll tell you if I've got it in there. I'm just going to edit them together. I've been lazy. I'm sorry. Are you shaming me?
The Dancing Down Under podcast, and he goes, "Coming in you," and he goes, "Wait, fuck it, we'll keep it."
I can confirm it is on the list.
I'll do that.
You know what? I'll do it for next week. There's a few like really heavy drug references in there as well, which I'm kind of like, even I am a little bit worried about whether or not we'll fucking ever do that. But still, I don't know. Who gives a fuck, right?
Who fucking cares?
Who fucking cares?
We tried to get Bunnings to fucking sponsor us last week, and that shit fell by the wayside.
Your thing is
So
crackling its fucking tits off.
Hang on.
It's all good. It's all good. Height of professionalism, but that's cool because we're all going to move to Mixer, right?
Yeah. No. As Pizza Train said in the chat, this is how we capture all those free floating subs that are just in the void. How do you reckon that works? Like, is it the first of the month? Yeah, it is. Okay, so he waited for everyone to. When do you pay your subscription on Twitch? The end of the month or the beginning of the month?
Whenever you subscribe, it's on.
Yeah,
that
it's like
day.
an anniversary thing.
So he waited to the first of. Shut up, cunt!
This is. See what happens.
You see what you've made me do? Do you see what you've made me do? I usually hate saying that word, and you've.
I don't know, Matthew. I don't know.
You are full of shit.
You unloaded.
I have played video games with you and you haven't been on, and motherfucker, I know how toxic you are. Do not bring this. Oh, you made me say cunt. I have fucking heard you say that so many goddamn times on fucking Overwatch, on fucking Siege. Shut the fuck up.
I need to do this.
What were we saying?
Anyway,
so what? It's the second today, so he switched over on the 1st of August, so brand new month.
Yep, fresh. Anyway, we'll talk about that fucking shit later in the thing because we've got enough important Destiny stuff to talk about. Yeah. But before we get to that, how's everyone's week been? Just checking in. Just how you going? You okay? Everyone's all right?
Oh, I fixed the plumbing. I fixed the plumbing. Good news.
Oh, good. Because there was a few YouTube commenters who were very worried about your plumbing.
Do you know what? Like, completely right. When I had someone out, because I forgot I actually had a friend who was a plumber. I'm like, mate, can you ever recommend someone to me? He's like, yeah, I got this great guy. This dude came out, found it within 5 minutes, charged $150. The last guy was $480 for hours and didn't find it.
Well,
and this guy knew what to do. He's like, for those playing along, even though, you know, you probably don't care. Look, with the plastic pipes, they actually, it's either air or something else, another gas. They actually push through the pipe so you can hear the hiss easier with the little listening device they have. Then we found it. So there you go.
You mean a stethoscope that they put in the ground?
Basically, yeah. It's like a little mini. It's like a giant stethoscope. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, thanks.
And thanks to Bunnings for this.
Shout out to our new sponsors, Bunnings, for the we're gonna talk about a bit of plumbing, a bit of home and hardware stuff at the top of every episode.
If you go to your local Bunnings and say Destiny Down Under sent you, you get a free sausage roll.
You won't. You won't. Our legal team has just contacted us. Yep. Matt's full of shit. Shut the fuck up, cunt. You will not get anything for free from Bunnings if you mention us.
Yeah.
No.
Lowest prices guaranteed.
Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Okay. Oh, this is bad.
All right, cool. This is what
Reverse
happens when we're all
right
allowed
now.
to drink. I don't have a
Friday
rigged.
night.
I don't have it rigged up. It is Friday night. We're allowed to get a bit loose. Slothy, how's your week been?
Same old, streaming, playing games, tearing ACLs, same shit, different day.
One of those things doesn't sound like something that is a regular.
One of those things just doesn't belong here. My physio reckons that I've torn my ACL, so that's always a plus.
That's
So
a bit
I've
of
got
a shock considering you don't have that knee.
I have the knee. Fuck, it's a below the knee fucking amputation.
Is it on your what do you say, amputated side?
This is going so fucking pear-shaped. This is why we can't do the podcast of a night like fucking normal people do, because we just get drunk and fucking ruin it. Even more than like it's not like we had the bar set particularly fucking high to begin with, did we?
No.
Any other fucking derogatory? Do you have any other?
Your robot side. Is it on your robot side?
Is it on the
Any
side
other
that you put the
derogatory
machine?
terms that
You've
you
got
wanna
the
throw at me
machine
there,
gun
Matthew?
attachment.
Look,
I'm not Rose McGowan from fucking Planet Terror, you dumb fuck.
Dude, don't bitch. I nearly compared you to Oscar Pistorius. It's a fucking better one. All right, anyway, moving the fuck on. That sucks. It's yeah,
My wife is alive and well, thank you very much.
Well, you know what I did this week? I got rid of that fucking abysmal gaming chair that I had, and I got a good one with a big, fat, cushiony pillow for my ass from Officeworks. Shout out our other sponsor. And
it's time to stop.
yeah, I know. I'm just going a bit hard with the sound effects, but it's cool. All right, do we want to actually talk about Destiny or not?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, what's the time?
Let's talk about
Hey, that
Destiny.
was only 8 minutes. That was only 8 minutes. That was pretty cool. So we could do
Destiny, Shadowkeep, new light, DDoSing, fucking Mixer, Twitch. Let's do it.
Where do we want to start? Because there's heaps. And
I don't know.
Look,
You just guide us, log, guide
all
us.
right, I'm gonna step up to the plate. I think what we'll do actually is just quickly, briefly touch on the big news of the day, which was the moving of the Shadowkeep launch date back to October 1st. And a few of the things that Luke Smith communicated to us, and that. So basically, I'm not sure if Slothy's got the thing up in front of him, but I'll pull it up. All right. Well, you want to read the bullet points, my dude?
From Luke Smith, basically the general gist of it is they haven't got everything polished. They haven't got everything polished, and it is a bit of a it's a bit crap. But I'd rather have it polished personally from me, and I think that I speak for the three of us rather, is that we'd rather have it polished and ready to go with as little bugs as possible than a fucking pushed release. So
I think ultimately
how many weeks has it been delayed?
3.
2 weeks.
3 weeks. 2.5. I think something like that.
Okay.
So, like, it's not a huge amount of time. I mean, obviously, everyone's getting, at least they've let us know now, right? Like, so everyone can cancel their fucking leave or whatever. I hadn't put in for mine yet, but I fucking will be now. But, like, firstly, I want to say that I was pretty pleasantly surprised by the reception of this bit of news on Twitter. Like, everyone, it's where I hang out most of the time. And pretty much everyone was positive. Most people were of the vein of, like, you know what? I'd kind of rather this and they release it when they're done, because historically we've had a pretty shit track record of sort of when, you know, Acti was pumping them to pump content out, that, you know, things weren't quite perfect. So I mean, personally, I'll speak for myself in saying this, and I think I've seen it reiterated numerous times on Twitter that it's a good step. At least they're transparent about it, and I want to play the game that Bungie wants me to play in the state that they want me to play it. So if that takes an extra 2.5 weeks, then so fucking be it, right?
It's didn't Luke Smith say he's going to write up a big
there will be a big
article
one next week.
basically. That's going to be really interesting to read, because I assume that's going to explain why it's been delayed with a bit more detail, right?
Yeah. But I think they just wanted to rip the Band-Aid off and get the news out there first. And
yeah, that's fair.
Fair enough.
Isn't it crazy that 2-3 weeks can make the difference as well? You think about how long it's been developing for, and then you're like, imagine how much fucking work is going to be crammed into that 2 weeks, man.
Well, I mean, I guess it shows you how tight their ships run, right? Like they know, okay, well, we can extend it by this and absolutely hit, rather than, you know, it's 2.5 weeks. It's you're right. It's not a long period of time. So they clearly know what they're doing. And I guess if they're going to, you know, it's not a huge tentpole release. This is an expansion. And as much as it does suck, it's not like.
Do you think it's was cross save meant to come at the exact same time? Because that's even further delayed, right?
No. It's coming before now. It's coming this month. Deej confirmed that. Deej confirmed that it would be by the end of August. We'll see crossplay, but it doesn't actually launch on Steam. Cross-save, sorry. But it doesn't actually launch on Steam until October. So at some point, we're going to have cross-save under Blizzard, which I guess, I don't know.
Okay, so that's not the thing holding it back. It's not like they ran into some fucking major issue.
I mean, it may well be. They may be using this grace period to iron out all the kinks first. I don't know.
Well,
I honestly have no idea.
Kinks.
I'm sure Luke Smith will do his best to tell us.
From Hammer Icon in the chat, it could be because of the Stadia. It could be a platform holder issue. It could be a few bugs.
Be cool to see.
We know for a fact that Holtz is in there. Holtz is in there, fucking working his ass off in the testing department.
Oh, did he get another contract with them?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. They're probably testing it all out, and they probably come up against something that's just needs to be fixed. It's one of those things like the chests in the Season of Opulence for the Menagerie. It's something that should have been fixed at launch, but obviously they didn't have the time to do it. So, that 3 weeks, that 2.5 weeks, will give you more time to play other games that are coming out at the same time. I know a lot of people.
A lot of people are stoked with Borderlands. It's sort of like they're going to get their time to focus on that.
They're going to do the Borderlands thing, and they're going to be like, oh, yeah, 2.5 weeks of Borderlands. Let's fuck this chook and just raw. But that was probably a mistake. It's fine. And then they'll come back into Destiny, which is kind of cool. So here's a bullet points anyway. The world's first for the new raid, Garden of Salvation, will begin on Saturday, October 5th. It is a weekend raid race, and the contest will be active. The contest being the same thing that happened with this Crown of Sorrows. You are limited to a power level.
Yeah, there'll be a power level bracket and all that sort of stuff around
There'll be a power level
bracket. Works
bracket.
out really well for Australians. I'm not sure if Matt's got it on the West Coast.
Sunday.
But it's a Sunday raid, and it's on a long weekend, Queen's birthday long weekend.
Ooh. Oh, I'm pretty sure.
No, October long weekend.
No. Matt and you have it, Log, but I don't. We don't have that the October long weekend in Queensland. I don't believe so. So 3 a.m. That's 3 a.m. on Sunday for Australians, which is really nice. Really, really nice. We're extending the moments of triumph through September 17th.
It's really not. I mean, it's still in the middle of the fucking night. Anyway,
it's on a Sunday.
Yeah,
it's on a Sunday.
It's not a weekday.
So when we all evidently meet up in a Discord and watch the raid race, we can drink and not have to worry about the next day.
Yeah, we can. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bungie.
It's grand final weekend.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, shit.
Loggy's getting his stomach pumped. Let's go.
Woo!
Yep.
We're extending the moments to try and through September 17th. You'll have 3 more weeks to complete this year's challenges and unlock all the in-game and Bungie rewards. We're going to run an additional Iron Banner the week of September 17th as well. Yay. And cross save will come online later this summer, so you'll have time to sort out your friends list well ahead of Shadowkeep. 10th of October, sorry, the 1st of October 2019. Why the fuck do Americans put the month before the day in the fucking dates?
I can't help you, man.
Sorry.
I can't help you.
Frustrates me.
I mean, there is a good reason, I guess, like when you're organizing files, it's helpful.
Shut up.
Anyway, that'll do the podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. See you later.
Freedom.
Whatever. You know what? I don't care about dates. It's cool. Let's go. Slothy, what's going on?
Shadowkeep's coming. We'll, as you said, Log, we might be seeing cross save on Blizzard, which is nice. And yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the only way I can read it. I mean, there was some pretty clear question. Deej answered pretty transparently in that they asked when the game would launch on Steam. He said
later
it
this
launches.
summer.
He said
Summer,
it launched.
that's
just fucking shush for a sec.
Oh,
I know what
Hurry
summer is. It is. He said before the end of August we will have cross save, and it doesn't launch on Steam until the 1st of October when Shadowkeep goes live. So, reading between the lines, there's going to be some kind of cross save functionality while we're still on Blizzard, on BNet.
Yeah, but you remember that they're on the other side of the world, mate. Summer for them could be post-Christmas for us.
Fuck are you talking? It's their summer now, before the end of summer.
Is that what it said? Oh,
yes.
Well,
fuck. Oh, guess what? Well, you really reckon that there'd be no like huge outcry? Guess what? You're not getting cross save till next fucking year.
I imagine Deej be like, yeah, when I said summer, it's
you know what?
whatever country you're in. So if you're in Australia, suck shit. You don't get to after December.
It's region locked. Fuck you.
Region lock.
It's a summer
Season
region
lock.
lock.
It's
Seasonal
season
region lock.
You got the weather's got to warm up before crossplay kicks in. Anyway,
You got to get
idiots.
sweaty. If you can't get sweaty with cross save, you don't get it.
I'm fucking sweaty already, mate. Christ. Anyway, this week at Bungie, we're taking the time to get it right. Oh, congratulations to Cosmo.
yeah, fuck. We really
Congratulations to Cosmo.
Birth
Before
of a
we go
bug.
into the TWAB, who is one of the 3 dudes that does write the TWAB. Congratulations to Cosmo, the birth of his child. I can't remember what sex it is, but the birth of his child. Congratulations, that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Your penis works. Fantastic. Well, I mean, what do you say to a man who's just had a child?
No,
You just say-
Congratulations.
it is true.
You just say congratulations and don't be fucking weird and talking about a man you don't know's dick. Unnecessary. I mean, then again, this is the podcast for that, so fucking just get stuck in. Good on you, mate. Oh, Becca works.
This week at Bungie, we're taking the time to get it right. If you missed the announcement earlier today, Destiny 2 Shadowkeep and New Light have new launch dates the 1st of October 2019. As we've been getting closer and closer to serving up Shadowkeep and New Light, it's become increasingly clear to us that our releases for the fall would benefit a little bit more time in the oven. Being independent means the future in Destiny 2 is entirely on our team. It also means that we're agile enough to choose to do what's best for the game and our players, even if it is the hard choice. We wanted to let you know, our community, our community be the first to know that we're changing the date for the Shadowkeep, blah, 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 September 17th to October 1st. Make sure you check out the launch window. There's a whole bunch of screenshots. We've got the Taikonaut helmet, by the looks of things, coming back. We've got these fucking terrible
it's not
fucking
It's
hunter.
not the Taikonaut. It's just that the Titan helmet just looks like a fucking space helmet, I think. But anyway, all good.
And then we've got this really rubbish looking hunter who looks like he just rolled around in a recycled parts bin, and a warlock that may or may not have showed up to a fancy dress party.
I reckon the hunter looks mean, man. I reckon the hunter looks mean, but the warlock looks like it's got the Ooga Booga mask from fucking Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh no, you can't unsee it.
Fuck.
I'm gonna need to rig up an ooga booga.
It's also because that sword has got like feathers and shit on it behind it, so it's looked like he's got this, ooga booga theme happening.
I'm trying to think
The
who.
Aku mask.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it's
Oh,
called.
that's amazing.
Anyway,
We have a lot to reveal and explore between now and October 1st. The blog will be lively next week with some information on cross-save, PC migration, everything else you'll need to know how to kick ass this fall. And right now, the Solstice of Heroes, it is on. The European Aerial Zone is live, and Guardians are dishing out mayhem with their elemental buffs. Yeah. All I've seen is people just fucking smack people around in the Crucible with multitudes of elemental orbs and dumb fucking supers and all that sort of thing.
It's pretty insane out there at the moment. I guess this is as good a time as any to launch into talking about Solstice, right? Like, I've had a couple of cracks at it, a couple of little sessions of playing with it. I think the EAZ is fucking nuts. I love it, and I hope it doesn't go anywhere when this event
great
ends.
zone.
It is. It's not huge, but there's a lot of verticality in it. And there's literally no like walls, invisible walls in it anywhere that I've bumped into as yet. So it's cool. Basically jump in, kill the enemies until you get the big enemy at the end, and then try and fucking run around like a chook with your head cut off to find all the treasure chests. And then they've got that.
I'll tell you.
The one thing that I do dearly love about it, and I want to fucking shout out to the saddest at Bungie who decided that'll pop up right at the end and show you where the chests that you haven't picked up are yet, but you're almost always too far away to be able to get them. So you just, I'm not going to get there. Oh. It's great. Disappointment. The gift that keeps on giving.
Can you not see the chests? Can you not see the chests?
No, they kind of like...
They show up.
Yeah,
they show up and the beacons pop for about 2 seconds, and then you have to find them.
Like a memory
If you
game.
have a ghost with the EDZ thing on it, does it find it for you?
I don't think so.
No.
That's EDZ. This is the EAZ. Come on, you're paying attention. It's easy.
And the thing that really that I really like about the EAZ, you fucking plebs, is the
no, we're not doing that.
The Brood Mother boss.
Yeah, well, it's the first time we've seen that. I've never seen that.
That's the first time we've seen that. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yep, it's good to see that sneaking in.
Yeah, like the whole world went dark, and like I'm not making like dark like a public event dark. Like all of the light got sucked out of the air, and then she just exploded in a ball of fire. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah,
this is cool. I like this. Yeah. But yeah, so the EAZ is kind of fun. The elemental buffs are kind of fun. I did see a clip from Nem Plays on PD Planet Destiny. Post a clip with an Erentil with a Titan who had wall hacks because of the
void thing, where
the
you can
void
see
elemental buff today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck, I don't
with
know if
an
I'm going to go on
Erentil.
there today, actually, then. If that's the case, I'm going to just stay the fuck off. I played the first day where we had the solar burn, and the solar buff is basically you kind of just get up to level, and then this really confusing thing happens where you just kind of perpetually explode, and there's this fucking wave coming out of you that does like AoE solar damage. And the first time it happened, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
What's happening?
Yeah. But the Arc one is every bit as batshit as we kind of when we read it off the sheet. If you can manage to be in that state when you set off your super, it is just fucking disgusting. It is. I mean, I think I saw Sheik. He was the first person to post a video of it. It was like wiped a whole enemy team twice. Like, God, it just never ends. It's gross.
Bottom trees. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I've said this on my channel as well. I don't really want to play the Solstice of Heroes, but I'm glad people are having fun with it. Fuck, I'm glad people are having fun with it. Especially with the elemental buffs.
I think Sorry, Slothy.
No, go on, mate.
I was going to say, I think the one thing that like I simultaneously love and hate about it is like the armor leveling. because it's cool, and I like the organically growing a piece of armor by going out and doing shit. But fuck, there's doldrums in that quest. Like, do
There are
10
some-
strikes. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake! Like, it takes
there
forever.
are people AFKing in every single activity.
I guess
Legitimately.
from that respect, it's been a bit rough, to be honest. There's a lot of
Yeah.
yeah.
I woke up this afternoon with an abundance of tweets saying, "Stop fucking AFKing in my game, really?" Like all
Can
that
you
sort of
fucking
thing.
not? Jesus.
And just carrying on like
That was a
shots
good
on,
re though.
Yeah, it
That
was.
was actually.
Yeah, someone clip that. I might sample that later. Just fucking put it over like.
The microphone pitched into
Oh,
to
dude.
like modulated.
Yeah, literally everyone in fucking this stream hates you because their ears are fucked.
That's all right. I don't know. And then the other big thing that people were really excited for Solstice of Heroes is the Scooty Puff Jr.
Oh wow, it's the standout
wee-
feature of the season.
The wee little sparrow. And if you check the
Yeah.
TWAB this week, there is a r/Destiny2 post from r/Destiny2 from the Judd sub of Shax has been acting a little weird since Mara left, and it's him on a Scooty Puff Jr. attached to the floor in the tower, just going back and forth.
It is beautiful. It is an absolutely beautiful fucking thing.
It's amazing.
I'm watching Mario Kart version right now of the movie of the week.
I don't know. I mean, obviously it's an Eververse thing and all of that, but I think like everyone's so excited for it. You can't hold that against anyone for the microtransaction or whatever it is. And I think that's ultimately where it needs to end up being. Like, it's not a game changing thing, but it's cool. The other thing through the week, and I don't know if we've fucking spoken about this, was Fallout's video where the chaperone barrel and the ornament actually, like, its ornament lengthens the barrel and it changes the damage stats of the gun.
makes the range further and all that sort of thing.
Like, so the physics in the game is to the point where the longer the barrel on a shotgun, the better it is, just because it's got a longer barrel. And no one noticed that in fucking 2 years up until now.
That's
Anyway.
so funny.
Cool.
I just had a little bit of spit there. With 2 more weeks on our Season of Opulence calendar, we're taking an opportunity to make players feel truly opulent. Moments of Triumph is being extended to those hunting their prize ship Sparrow and T-shirt. Multiple Iron Banners will happen during the final month.
Yeah.
And a few Valor and Infamy boosts will help to help Guardians reach some milestones before the end of the season. Now this is a very important thing to note, is that all of the titles up until the extent when did they extend it to? September 17th?
Yep.
September 17th. So all of the titles that you could have gotten in the annual pass, they will go away on September 17th. You will not be able to get those titles anymore. So if you would like to get a hold of Blacksmith, Reckoner, Dredgen, Shadow.
No, you're digging your own hole here.
No.
I'm
Like
not jumping now.
that goes away. Those titles will go away. You cannot grab those titles after September 17th, ladies and gentlemen. So
Really? I didn't realize
wanna
that.
grind for those titles?
I thought you could, but you just couldn't. Oh, no, hang on. No. Okay. I was thinking about the pins, but the pins are already done, aren't they?
The pins are part of the titles. You get the title. You can.
So do you reckon we're going to get a whole new
title.
suite of shit to chase, or is it just no?
I reckon we will.
Pretty rough for
we'll
Shadow.
probably
It
get,
hasn't
like,
been around that
fucking-
long.
Well, I mean, Shadow's not incredibly difficult to get a hold of either. Like, fuck, I am one completed menagerie run away from Shadow.
Yeah, wow. Yeah,
So,
I might have to pull my finger out and do it. I like that one.
Well, how many? Like, I think the thing that might put it out of people's reach now is doing menagerie over and over and over again to open the chest 200 times. I did that with the chess issue.
Ew. All right.
Yeah, so that's got to divide it by 5, so you only have to do it
Yeah.
40. No.
Yuck.
So anyway, so we've got 30th of the 7th, Solstice of Heroes to the 27th of the 8th, which is now the 17th of the 9th. We've got Iron Banner on the 9th of the 3rd of the 9th. We've got Destiny 2 update 2.5.2.2 on the 10th of the 9th. Moments of Triumph week infamy boost on the 10th of the 9th through to the 17th of the 9th. Another Iron Banner, 17th of the 9th through to the 24th of the 9th. And then Mayhem Valor boost, infamy boost, 24th
Everything
of the
boost.
9th to the 1st of October. In Destiny 2 update, so this is a new one. Destiny 2 update 2.2.2. Moments of Triumph is extended through 19th to the 19th of 9th. 17th to 9th. Gambit Prime and Reckoning. Gambit Prime and Reckoning. Reckoning weapon rewards. Reckon weapon weights of weapon rewards.
I'm only laughing because it's normally me just completely fucking floundering around. Anyway.
Gambit Prime and Reckoning weapon reward rates will be highly increased.
Tough.
Who wrote this? Was it was definitely
rate.
Damage this week. Was it Damage or was it Deej this week?
Yeah,
I'm going to tweet him. Thank you for putting that tongue twister in. It was just beautiful. Someone clip that, please. That was just unreal.
They'll also have bad luck protection to guarantee a drop after a set amount of runs. Reckoning difficulty will be tuned to be more welcoming as you hunt for rewards. Braid text schematics will no longer have a daily lockout and will give better chances towards weapons that players do not own. Mountaintop and Wendigo GL3 Pinnacle quests will become more accessible. I wonder how that's going to go. Specific quest objectives will be tuned based on player feedback, and there will be multiple weeks of increased valor and infamy to look forward to in September. Iron Banner will be accompanied by increased valor in each event. As the season comes to a close, menagerie chests will become more rewarding as Callus sees fit.
Oh.
And on the week of Destiny 2 update 2.5.2.2, we'll be hosting a community challenge of sorts. Stay tuned for more details.
Community challenge. I wonder what it could be.
While point to note, while Moments of Triumph has been extended, Solstice of Heroes will end on August 27th. Solstice of Heroes will end on August 27th. If you wish to complete all the Moments of Triumph, be sure to earn your legendary Solstice set and Masterwork one piece before the deadline. Yeah, it's cool. I like it.
What do you reckon the community challenge is going to be?
I don't know. Sparrow racing with mini sparrows. I don't fucking know.
Well, it might be like that. It might be like that Clan Redeem raid challenge that they did recently.
That was cool. That was a really, really cool idea. Just to jumble everyone up and put everyone into pre-made teams. It sucked because it happened through the night for us Aussies, but still, it's pretty cool.
100,000 etheric spirals. Fuck that.
1 million spin metal.
I don't know that Ninja will be chasing that.
Do you remember the days of just running fucking laps around the planet?
The old planetary
collecting
mats
fucking
grind.
materials.
The bad old days.
But there was a track. There was a track
Yeah.
on each map. There was a track that you could run that usually gave you the most that you could possibly
Isn't that
get.
insane? That's it. That's where we've moved on from. Destiny YouTubing used to be finding the quickest way to run around and pick up fucking relic iron. That was it.
I spent a lot of time picking that shit up.
Oh, dude, it was shitty. It was. I
Well,
don't know. I wouldn't
what
swap
was
the system that we've got now for it, but you could still do it, I suppose.
What was the uppercut sword? What was the sword that you needed to
Raise
to
lighter.
fucking
Yeah,
raise lighter?
Yeah.
And you had to farm
Yeah.
so much of that relic iron.
1 bajillion.
And then you had to farm
relic irons.
helium filaments for the fucking
The dreadnought one?
the arc frisbee.
Yeah.
No, helium filaments was the moon, and then you had.
Oh, sorry. I'm throwing the
and
hadium flakes.
Yeah, and then you had spin to win, which was hadium flakes. Oh, sorry, dark drinker. Yeah, dark drinker, which was hadium flakes, I think. Oh,
Either
terrible.
way.
Anyway,
Wow, testing the memory banks.
When you when you did it though, you felt fuck yeah, that's hell good.
To make a serious segue out of that, do you reckon we're going to see more of that shit? Given that we're going more in a more MMO-y direction, because some of the some of the grinds for things in Republics back when I used to play that were fucking absurd. It'll take you 3 months to do this. I don't think we'll ever get to that point in fucking Destiny, but do you reckon we'll go that way? Question without
No,
notice?
I think they're just going to go in the direction of being able to customize,
more min-maxing.
Yeah, and just more options to get loot and different types of loot, and then min-maxing. I think rather than some stuff's pretty grindy as it is. I don't think they'll add in. I don't know.
I want to see more exotic weapon and armor quests with fully built lore, because there is a universe of lore. I mean, that guy there, there,
that way, yeah.
That guy there does a fucking, he has a lore channel and he puts me to sleep with his content, but he might not put you to sleep. And I make sure I click on his videos and all that sort of thing, make sure he gets the view, but I just don't actively watch it. But anyway, that's beside the point. There is a universe of lore.
Oh, welcome to Sloth's Compliments 101.
I support you. I have no interest in what you do, but I am still your friend.
It's a bit like my mother.
Yeah,
what do you do on the YouTube, son?
It's basically the same thing as when I showed Mum the first songs that I'd written back when I first started a death metal band, and I'd be like, "Oh, here you go," and she'd be like, "Oh, this is really good. And good on you.
This is really good. This is really good, Log. Put it up on the fridge."
Yeah.
Put it in the bin now.
Just don't show your father. Don't show your father.
Just don't show your father. But there is a universe of lore in this title. There is so much lore that they could have put in some way to incorporate it into quest lines.
Yeah,
to make more exotic armor and weapons quests.
Yeah, I reckon so. What's on the lore menu for this week, Matty? Just quickly springing off that fucking diving board.
This is a fucking cracker. So when I was on, I almost just showed my fucking exclusive emblem just then. When I was on the Destiny lore, there's a lore podcast from a non-pig called Loose Cannon Show. He spoke about the Destiny comic collection. And this comic collection adds 3 new comics that is not online. So the only way you can read it is if you have the hard copy.
Or you take pictures for us and send it to us.
Yes.
You've got until midnight. You've got until midnight, Matt.
There is one in here, so I'll just let you know which ones were added. It is the Prophecies of Osiris, which comes after the first 2 issues of Osiris. And Osiris predicts the Warmind campaign, and then he predicts the Forsaken campaign. And then there's a prediction which we haven't seen yet, which is very much likely to be Shadowkeep. I can read it to you if you've got it.
I would love it. I would love.
Okay.
Hang on.
Let me. I'll find that, and I'll keep talking about the other ones as well. And then they added the Everyday War, which chronologically comes after Warmind issue 3, and that's really funny. That's the Red War, and it's got Sweeper Bot, and he's got 1s and 0s just after they bombarded the tower. And I was like, oh, this is definitely going to be a text. And if you punch the binary into text, it spells mess. So it's fucking Sweeper Bot just sweeping up the tower after the Cabal destroyed it. And he's basically mess. And then they added the last part of Cade 6, which is sort of the second issue. Cade 6, which is the event just prior to his death. So he's tracking down Fickrell and all those kind of dudes. And it also actually shows you Fickrell's resurrection, which was actually not talked about really. I don't think it was sort of hinted at in the lore, but never really witnessed or anything like that. So Prince Aldrin's actually reviving Fickrell. I will read you this stuff because I think this is really cool, right? So you tell me what this is. I'm going to read you some prophecies about
all right.
from Osiris. So
hit me.
prophecy 1.
Yep.
The sleeper stirs, its hunger insatiable, its army endless. The teacher seeks the student, but the student does not share her language. He has created his own words. And the image is, it's a bit hard to see, isn't it?
Is that Mars? It looks like glacial Mars.
It's an icy landscape. Yes.
Yeah, right. So is it referring to Rasputin, the sleeper stirs? Is that what we're talking about?
Well, that's what I thought. So the sleeper stirs, its hunger insatiable, its army endless. I think that's Zol, the worm god.
Yeah. Okay.
The teacher seeks the student. Remember that Anna Bray actually programmed Rasputin. That was the machine child is one of the entries. So the teacher seeks the student, but the student does not share her language. He has created his own words. So that's a prophecy about the end, I guess, of Warmind, where he frees himself from the control of the Vanguard.
Yes.
So that's prophecy 1. Prophecy 2 is one will fall on the tangled shore.
Yeah, right.
Cade 6.
Oh, spoiler alert, man. Yeah.
He who rules nothing brings something back.
Yeah, the prince.
Yeah, I think that's Prince Aldrin bringing Fickrel back. He who rules nothing, being royalty, but doesn't rule anything.
Yep.
The one who promises keeps the gift. I don't know who that is. Maybe Riven, chat. The one who promises keeps the gift. I don't know what that line refers to.
Are you saying GIF? GIF or gift? Oh, right. I'm like, what is GIFs? Twitter has just made its way into Destiny all of a sudden.
The one who promises.
I reckon if we're talking Forsaken, it's a fair crack that it's probably Riven then, right?
Yeah, so the way that this is set up, this seems to be a prophecy about Forsaken. It's all in the same speech bubble. So I would probably think about what happens in Forsaken to see if that. I think Riven, because the Ahamkara make promises and bargains. So maybe Riven. And then the last sentence is, and in a city, in a cloud of dreams, she waits.
Yeah, so Mara.
I think Marasov waiting in the dreaming city.
Yep, right.
So everything's been accurate so far, right?
So do you read that to mean that Riven never granted us the final wish? Because that was the promise.
The one who promises keeps it. I don't know. Oh, actually, maybe it is Riven. So because they're like genies, right? They manipulate a wish.
Yeah.
So they make a promise, but they keep the gift.
Yeah. So the gift was meant to be the wish. She made the promise to give it, but kept it. Because we haven't seen it, right? Anyway.
Yeah, actually, that could be
maybe.
it. Yeah. Someone put the gift Shax gave Mara. That'd be pretty funny. The one who promises keeps the gift.
Hey.
And then this. So
all right, here we go. This is the big money round, isn't it?
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
So this is what I don't know what's for yet. The darkness will rise.
Okay.
And choose its champions. They will be its hands, its will, and its voice. And some of the light will hear their words. It's interesting, right? It's fucking interesting.
Yeah, but like when you think about it, it's sort of alluding to the fact that it's gonna. Well, I mean, we know that we're getting enemies back, right? They're resurrecting classic fucking Destiny darkness characters. Yep. So maybe that's what it's referring to there, and maybe there's a bit of a betrayal gonna occur.
Well, that's what I thought when it says, and some of the light will hear their words. Pretty interesting about. And so I don't know if that's to do with the Shadow Guardians, the nightmares, the Guardians that are sort of hanging around in shadow form, or if it's about people choosing the darkness or some sort of betrayal. Or I mean, the most interesting, I think it's hard to sort of predict. Obviously, it's prophecy, and when in hindsight, it's going to make tremendous sense once we play Shadowkeep and you read this back. It's going to be like, oh, it's so obvious.
It's so obvious.
the interesting thing is, it's the darkness will rise is not really about the hype. So I don't know if this was just written but it wasn't. This was written relatively recently. So, and they're definitely moving away from this idea that the Hive are the darkness, and that's never really been the case. But they're making it more obvious in the lore now. Like just recently, Callus is like, the Hive are not the darkness. They're nothing close to like what I met.
Yep.
So the idea of like Osiris calling out the darkness itself is interesting if we see something a little bit closer to the actual darkness in Shadowkeep, even if it's the pyramid ships or if it's something else like that. I found that really interesting. And then obviously the some of the light will hear their words. That's either us battling them because the hands, the will, and the voice is what we got with Crota, right? Like the champions. So that's very Hive like.
Yeah.
And hearing their voice is like, well, is that just a metaphor for battling them? Like hearing Omnigul's screams is us probably taking out Omnigul, not necessarily like siding with Omnigul.
Maybe it's also that Eris is there and she's picked up on what's going on. She's heard their words in the.
Oh yeah, I mean, she doesn't have any light anymore though.
Well,
she's lost all her light.
She told us. And we heard it.
True.
And this is why Log doesn't make little videos. Anyway, bye.
So yeah, pretty obviously intentional. I think this is a very intentional Easter egg because of its release date. This was Prophecy of Osiris, which was delayed until
now
basically now. So I think it is a nice little Easter egg in the hard copy edition, and I think they definitely would have known that people are going to read through this with a lot of detail, and they wanted to leave that in there for people to find, which I think is really cool.
Little breadcrumbs. I dig it. I don't have it in here, but I bought a Destiny book this week too. I bought D's for Destiny for the girls.
Oh, did you buy that?
Yeah, I've got it. It's fucking incredible. It's so cute. I'm pissed off I didn't bring it in here now because it would have made a perfect joke and just going on anyone who wants to read some Destiny shit on my level. But anyway,
D is for Destiny.
It's really cute. It's really cute. I'm just trying to make sure my youngest doesn't rip it in half.
Rhino in chat I saw as well.
Yep.
He's also part of the Loose Cannon show. So thanks for him as well. We might
open up chat, hey? Let's do that. And we'll get into talking about whatever the fuck we want from here on in because I think we've covered all of the Destiny. But the other huge bit of news doing the rounds today, which we sort of briefly touched on it at the start of the podcast, was Ninja just humming out of nowhere and going to fucking Mixer. Did anyone in the world see this shit coming? Like, is this...
I don't think it's something that just happened.
Oh no, God,
I'm actually quite
there
sure
would have been
that
fucking
I'm
months.
quite sure that Microsoft has
Months.
been fucking courting him for a long time. And just taking guesses on how much this deal is actually worth, at least $2 million.
Oh, dude. That'd be discount rates. Jesus. That's a lot. Like, I know it sounds like a batshit amount of money, but when you consider that this is Microsoft, like, actually, this is the first real decisive move they've made in trying to raise the profile of Mixer. $2 million for the biggest fucking software corporation on earth. It's cheap. I reckon it's more. I reckon it's more. And you know what? Good luck to him because he's fucking probably shored himself up financially forever if he wasn't already. But I think it's a pretty brave thing to be doing.
Brought up, they got paid like $1 million to stream Apex, man. Fucking like 2 days.
He got paid $1 million to stream Apex for 2 days. $1 million.
A lot of those guys did, yeah.
Jesus Christ. You'd have to pay me $1 million to play that shit as well. Anyway, I'll do it for 10.
You know, I mean, but I think I don't even know if it would be a one-off. I think it would be closer to like salary because you know, if I was Ninja, I'd be like, look,
I don't think
tremendous. It would be no. I mean,
I'll bring back that.
I mean, like, okay, Ninja would be in a position to go, well, right now I'm on Twitch and I've got X amount of subs paying me $5 a month. You're asking me to start again, $2.50 once you take the cut out, right? Yeah. So you're asking me
That's
to
if
start
he hasn't
again.
already. Yeah, that's if he hasn't already, which I'm quite sure. If he's as business, if he has a good business head on him, I'm quite sure he's probably
I think
negotiated a contract
like,
with Twitch.
he's got a team
to take a bigger cut from it. But at his lowest, well, when he left Twitch, what we were saying before the cast, about 20,000 subs at $2.50 per sub, after tax, take home minimum $250,000 plus.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, I think,
look at this
what I
as
was
an
gonna say
example.
is
Though. Look at.
I think
Sorry,
he
man.
could demand from Mixer that they pay for a year or two what his Twitch subscription would be.
Oh,
To
yeah,
be
for
like,
sure.
I don't even know
to
how much a fucking
compensate
Mixer
the
subscription is.
Honestly, I have not been on Mixer in like I had not like years at this point, but I didn't hate it when I was there. I thought the platform had plenty of potential. It was just that there's no one there watching it. But look, just to give a kind of semi-related anecdote, I know when Darkness 429 jumped over to Facebook. And this is on Broman's podcast. If you want to go back and dig through the episode, I'm pretty sure Facebook they didn't even have subs at that point. So they were. I'm not sure if they still are, but they were absolutely paying him a salary. And for him, it was like I get to shore up my future for like it's a fucking no brainer. Honestly, imagine. Guess what? You get to do content creation. You probably have like obligations in terms of how much you're live or whatever, but you get to do it without the financial stress for probably fucking years, man. It's as if you're going to knock that back. But at the same time, like it will be interesting to see if this is where it stops, because this is he's a very, very big domino. But now that one person's jumped over, and I'm not saying that they're going to fucking tomorrow it'll be Dr. Disrespect or Tim the Tatman or whatever. But the tier below Ninja, if they can start bringing those people over too.
Yes,
it's
and that's
like
what I was about
two
to touch on.
or three of those people add up to be a ninja. You know what I mean? And it fuck. I mean, like, look, am I going to move? Are we going to move? Slothy, are you going to move? Probably not. I'm just fucking around. Are we going to move the podcast? Probably not. But really, it's healthy to have competition, and Twitch has been out on its own for so long that I think there are aspects of it that they don't give a shit. They're not concerned about how they're perceived. You look at the fucking garbage that went on with Alinity a week and a bit ago, literally throwing a fucking cat like a piece of shit or whatever the fuck, kicking a dog, like just being a garbage human. And without
human being.
without without being reprimanded in any capacity, I think it couldn't come at a better time for Mixer.
Yeah, the pro about going to something like Mixer, which is still smaller, is exactly what Twitch was to YouTube back when it started.
Yeah,
is that all the issues we see in YouTube is starting to slowly seep into Twitch as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's harder to police. And it's like when it started off, it felt like this really small, tight-knit community, and then as it becomes popular, it just turns into a shit show. And it'll be interesting, like going back to Mixer, it's probably like that. That's probably the sell point, is like the moderators can look after you, or their staff team are not looking after so many people.
As an example, I know Chooky, when Chook was over there, because he streamed over there for I don't know, probably 6 months. I'm not sure. Yeah. He was saying, and he's in chat, so correct me if I'm wrong, Chook, but his dealings with the team were like nearly instant in terms of like getting help and stuff. Like I understand that is not a long-term thing. Like if it grows to the point that they're obviously hoping that it will, pulling someone like fucking Ninja over. I keep going to say Ninja. I wish Ninja was fucking going over there for millions of bucks. But dude, I think that sort of stuff's going to have to go by the wayside. But
I think, I wouldn't have said. I would have said Mixer was probably, not really going to ever blow up, but getting the biggest Twitch streamer was probably their only thing to save it, and it looks like it might. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how that population stays around.
I don't think it was floundering. There are many people over there who no. I mean, a lot of people who went over there.
Nowhere near as huge as
No, it's not. And a lot of the viewership is shared, of course, especially in the smaller directories, such as Destiny over there and other and some of the other ones, because PUBG and the BRs are pretty much the big numbers over there. But you look at people like Chook, he went over there, he came back to Twitch. A lot of people that we know personally from the podcast and other sources, they went over there, gave it a try,
dabbled
came
in
back.
it.
Yeah, they dabbled in it, and that's fine. Good on them. They tried something new, it didn't work out for them. That's all right. But there are a lot of people over there who went over there, stayed over there, and they are doing very, very well. I feel like he's not very talked about very often enough. But the third owner of King's Coast Coffee.
Oh, Kevin, yeah,
Kevin.
Fuck yeah, yeah, he's over there. He's been over
Kevin's
there for
been
ages.
over there for 2 years plus.
No, I don't reckon he's been there that long. It's not been that long, but it's been a while.
It's been a while.
But he's been there for a while, and he's been over there, and he's been doing his thing over there, and he's averaging about 90, 110 viewers per stream and all that sort of thing, and that's pretty much on par with the average Twitch partner for Destiny 2.
Yeah,
that's pretty much on par. Like for the average partner, and then you've got people like Watts and fucking Teft and Gigs and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But that's still quite good.
You don't say these nice things about me when I do my law reading streams.
Matt, there is not even a fucking Google Docs directory, so we don't even know how to categorize you.
Just shut up. But that's a good point that Alpha Wolfpaw just made in chat as well, is that Halo 6 Infinite? Halo Infinite is coming out.
Yeah.
And people are going to be going over there because Mixer casters are going to have more, whether it's exclusivity or whether it's something else, they're going to have more because it's a Microsoft first party game.
I haven't read a whole heap about it, but they spruiked this feature of like people can actually play your game. Like, I don't know how it works, so I know this will sound fucking harebrained and it's probably a poor explanation of what the actual function of it is, but from reading the brief of what Ninja said was that, like, basically there's a functionality in there that people can in real time play his game effectively through Mixer, which fuck, man. Like, look at it this way. In terms of Twitch, how fucking long does it take for anything to change, right? Like, it's forever. Nothing's really changed in the fucking 4 years that I've been doing this shit. So,
no,
I don't know. I mean, fuck, maybe there's something in it. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out over the next month or so, whether he successfully makes the transition. It's big bickies.
And you know what? At the end of the day, Microsoft have paid him to go over there, and whatever that amount is, we can only guesstimate and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm sure that he could fail miserably and still just be like, yeah, well, I don't have to work anymore.
Yeah, whatever, it's fine.
Worst comes to worst, I go back to Twitch.
Yeah. But this is the thing, is that, as you said, Log, as you alluded to, Ninja goes over there. They're not going to get people like Co-Carnage. They're not going to get people like Doctor Disrespect without big pay packets and good conditions. But the tier below that, the people who average 500 to 2,000 viewers.
Yeah, exactly. Because can you raid, like, send viewers to other streams in Mixer?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because if you look at the directory now, people at the top of the directory may have 30,000 followers.
I'm gonna just jump on there.
If you're fucking mid tier, all you really want to do is fucking smaller pool of people. Everyone's gonna be thinking, I just need to land a fucking host from Ninja, because you're already on like the fucking.
And you know row. What? A lot of people went over there. A lot of people went over there when Mixer transferred from Beam to Mixer. A lot of people went over there, made the move to Mixer. A lot of people went over there with certain things that happened on Twitch that Twitch didn't react to because reasons, whether it be someone streaming from a bathroom, someone throwing a cat over their shoulder and spitting vodka in their face, someone beating their missus and having their missus beat them in stream, blah, 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 blah. People made the move over there. And they moved for that right reason. But a lot of people moved over there for the reason of, I'm going to get more viewers over there. I'm going to get partner quicker over there, for the wrong reasons, as far as I'm concerned. People are going to do the same now because
they're going to see
a lot of
dollar
people
signs and jump.
only stream Fortnite or only stream the games that Ninja's playing, so they may get a host.
Yep.
Get a host.
There's a couple of people seriously in the Destiny directory right now. A person called Coffee and Grind. Troy HD and Fenris Sticks, both over 100 viewers. So I guess, I mean, this is hardly fucking prime time, right? Like, this is Australian night. This is about as doldrums as it gets. So maybe there's something in it. If that's what you want to do, go for it. But I'm gonna look at it. I don't think I'm gonna seriously change anything. But cool.
You know what? If you do make the choice, more power to you. If you don't, that's cool too. I personally, I don't want to make unless there is some serious, and I mean it has to be like the Alinity and the Dr. Disrespect thing were up there, but they need to be a little bit higher for me to go, oh, hang on, that's a bit how's your father. Because I've spent 3 years, 4 years building this community that I have. Log spent 3 or 4 years building the community that he's have. Fucking Matt spent how long building his community on YouTube?
Matt's not going to get off YouTube. Look at him. They're going to pay him the big bucks to get a Lawmaster over on Mixer.
Look, see, that's the thing. You don't make
I'm
going
to make a fucking parody video. I'm going to announce to everyone I'm just uploading VODs to fucking Mixer. And if you want your fucking lore videos, you're going to have to pay. They're going to be fucking, what do they call them? Subscriptions? You're going to be sub only VODs on Mixer, right?
You know what? With this big move, I know Eds has just posted in the chat about it, and it's a bit of a running meme at the moment. But I have a suspicious feeling that now that Twitch has lost its biggest caster, it's going to open up the path for other streaming services to make that move from porn to just streaming in general.
What are you talking? They're not going to. Who's going to? Dr. Disrespect could stream on porn.
The people who own Pornhub, they might make a move into video game streaming because they have the backbone of that system built already.
I'm going to be the biggest Destiny streamer on Chat Roulette.
I would absolutely watch streams on Pornhub.
I'll have to see a lot of dicks, but I'll get there. I don't know. I mean,
like Twitch has done some dumb shit.
Can you imagine if like then Facebook poached Dr. Disrespect, and then you just had the top like 5 dudes all leave Twitch and they all went to different platforms?
It'd be it'd be really fucking healthy for it. To be honest,
I reckon 80% of their communities would follow them too.
Yeah, I mean, like you look at Doc. Doc's got a pretty psychotic following. I know. I'm just judging from the response of like fucking Mixer being the most downloaded app on iOS yesterday. I'm assuming that either people have downloaded it to check it out, or there is an enormous percentage of those people that are also fucking tied to Ninja and invested in his content. So, man, it'll be fucking interesting to see what happens.
That's something that Bubba I-77, thank you, man, said there before, is that Ninja moving over to Mixer, all of his subs for the first month, they're free.
Oh yeah,
they're free from Mixer.
Yeah.
So they are really doubling down on him. I actually read that. I read that this morning.
When you went onto Mixer, it said your first one free, something like that. Yeah.
Some shit like that. But that's beside the point. But that's
half a fucking $1 million.
I might go and sign up for a month.
Might as well, mate. Fuck them. See what happens.
You know what? Again, like at the end of the day, more competition between streaming platforms is better for all content creators who do live shows.
Hell yeah.
Like the three of us.
Oh yeah.
I like many people in the chat. Alpha Wolfball. It'd be better for him. It'd be better for Ets. It'd be better for casters in general. It'd be it's more competition. It also the big thing about this is that it might actually fucking get Twitch and Amazon to wake up to the fucking bullshit that goes on within within some streams, and they
I know.
blatantly break TOS, and they get away with it because they make a set amount of dollars for
I
company.
wish. I know Ninja couldn't have said it, but half of me wished that he was just like, yeah, this is because Twitch staff are fucking favoring streamers or
It's
something,
not-
and just
it's not
like burnt his
staff.
way out. It would have been like, it would. I just part of me would have liked to have seen that. Fucking,
You know what?
just pour the
I
gasoline
actually
and just fucking light the match and
Some men just want to
You-
watch
you
the
go-
world burn.
you go to any of the responses to hashtag Alinity, hashtag Dr. Disrespect, blah 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 blah, or any of the shit that happens. A lot of people blame the Twitch staff. It's not Twitch.
That's not Twitch. It's just that they
It's
don't
not
have
the
the
staff.
capacity to police it. And I mean,
Well,
the
no,
Alinity
they
thing is
have
maybe
the
not the same,
capacity
but-
to. They have the capacity to police it, but they're probably being told by the higher ups, this person
yeah, true.
makes so
That's
much
a lot
money.
of money. Don't
Makes them
suspend-
so much money. If you suspend them, so I wonder how much money Twitch lost for Doc being suspended for 2 weeks. I wonder how much money Twitch would lose if Alinity got fucking suspended for 2 weeks.
Mm.
A metric fuck
man.
ton. I can guarantee you of that much.
Imagine how much money fucking Twitch would lose if we got suspended for 2 weeks.
Nothing.
10 bucks. I don't know. I'll
$10 and a Bunnings snack.
yeah, I think Bunnings will cover us. Yeah, all right. Well, fuck. That was the big ticket item of the day, wasn't it? That was.
Yeah.
I've been waiting to talk to everyone about that.
You know, the TOS on this platform and on every streaming platform needs to be fucking rock solid. It doesn't matter how big or small you are. If you fuck up, guess what? You get put in the penalty bin.
Yeah.
There you go. Chook's on Mixer now. Good on you, Chook.
Sin bin.
Good on you.
Anyway, and then there's a whole bunch of fucking bullshit. There's a whole bunch of bullshit that's happening in the Destiny community once again. Hey, I'm putting on my Keemstar hat. There we go.
Oh, we're not doing this. Fuck that. Scrub it.
No.
I'm not talking about idiots DDoSing each other and accusing shit and whatever. We're not touching that.
Yeah, I'm
If you
pretty
don't
sure
have- if you
Sloth
don't have
fucking
proof-
DDoSed me last night because I was
If you
playing
don't
really
have
bad.
proof, don't fucking publicly say it. If you don't have proof,
I think all parties
are-
involved have realised that there was maybe errors made that led to said juncture, and they kissed and made up. So we've got no business talking about it.
hard fucking proof, or just shut the fuck up. Anyway, beside the point. And that's I think that's more.
And that's the news.
All right, we'll keep the fucking stream up for another couple of minutes. If there's anything that you want us to discuss or anything you've seen through the week, Destiny or otherwise, that you wanna throw at us for probably a fucking spicy hot take, given that we've all had a bit of a tipple tonight, go for it. It's been weird. I don't know. I don't hate the nighttime stream thing, but yeah, I don't know.
You know, at night I'm more awake, and B, I'm usually drinking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could tell by your fucking number of burps, mate.
Incessant. I'm going to call it incessant burping.
Don't mind me. I'm just ordering some Uber Eats. What are you guys eating tonight?
I had Brinner. I had Brinner for dinner. I had fucking breakfast for dinner. Eggs, bacon and eggs on toast. That's what I had.
Oh, I could do that right now.
What am I having? You
It's
know
a
what?
fucking winner,
I might
man.
actually have chips and gravy.
Haven't you already eaten? Isn't it like fucking 10 o'clock at night for you?
He's an odd
No,
man.
because so the girls have eaten because I made them dinner before.
They eat at
we
a
left, but
fucking human time. Yeah.
No. They got back. They got back from sports training. And they woke me up and they said, "Dad, we need dinner." I was like, "Yeah, all right, no worries." So I cooked them dinner. I made them salmon and rice, and then Lindsay got home from work. Well, she got home at midday, but she woke up. I woke up and I took her to CrossFit. So I just ended up.
You got to eat, man. You
Yeah.
got to eat. Etsy wants to
chips and
know.
gravy.
Etsy wants to know what's your favorite ice cream flavor and mix in. He's obviously been going to Cold Rock, maybe. Probably Charlestown.
Danny's put me on a diet at the moment, so I can't talk about ice cream.
You've been put on a diet.
I'm trying to lose weight, mate. I'm trying to lose weight.
You know what?
Oh,
What I
all?
would like. Cookies and cream is my favorite.
Cookies and cream is the
Yeah.
I've picked up a bad habit of eating cookies and cream maxi bonds on the stream. I don't have one on hand, but live in fear. I'm going to try and get an endorsement, and then I won't live to see 40, but still. Oh. All right. What else we got?
Beautiful. Yeah, I think choc mint is like, some people really don't like choc mint and some people do. I'm a fan of maybe choc mint sauce, like the Ice Magic. Like I could go some
dude.
choc mint of that on vanilla.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
fine.
when you do your ice magic, this is the last thing we're going to discuss today. This is the pinnacle of the podcast. I want everyone's ice magic strategy, right? Because I've got mine and I've nailed it down over several years. Okay, I'll get the bowl and I'll put a bit of ice magic in the bottom, right?
Oh, like a cornetto,
like a lake, like a small
fucking trumpet.
Like a small round sphere of thing. And then I get the bowl and I put it in the freezer. And I get the ice cream out and I run a fucking, how you run the tap under the spoon under the tap, under the hot water to get it all, give it a minute in the freezer. And then I get the what? I'm talking about ice magic. Oh, good. Hang on, here we are. Hot off the press. Yeah. D is for Destiny.
You look so guilty then. You were like, what? I'm talking about ice magic.
I'm talking about, so, and then Rachel's in on this. She can come in and talk to you too, because she's helped me refine this strategy over many years of eating garbage. We're talking about ice magic. Yeah, on the Destiny podcast. It's good, isn't it? I'm shit at doing it. Oh, all right, never mind. I know what, I'm not going to continue this story. I've been told by my wife I'm shit at it.
Well, I mean,
mate, you started a recipe. People are taking notes. You just...
I won't leave mine. So what you do, you get your little fucking bit of ice magic that's in the bottom. Then you put the ice cream in on top of that, and then you just fucking pound it with ice magic, like fucking pound, like, so it's like encased in a sarcophagus of ice magic. Like there might not even be ice cream under there. You can't even see it. Okay. And then you put it back in the freezer to fucking solidify before it runs off. And then you get the biggest, meanest spoon you've got and just chip away at the bastard. That's it. That's the recipe.
So it's basically just it's a ball of ice cream just smothered in
just living
chocolate.
inside chocolate.
Yeah.
That's it. That'll kill you.
Rachel's
gone. Rachel's gone. Probably gone down the shop to buy some ice magic.
Dude, I don't have any ice magic right now.
Fuck.
Or ice cream.
Anyway, I'm going to wrap up the podcast right now. Sloth, quick, wrap it up, mate. I want to go get some ice creams.
You got to go eat a fucking maxi bond, you fat cunt.
Oh, D is for Destiny. Oh, it's backwards.
D is for Destiny.
Is it backwards?
You know what? No, it's not. Well, it is on stream, but that's because your camera's flipped. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out. Sorry, I was mate of mine just got botted.
Wow. Okay, this has been a really fucking shambolic end to the podcast.
It's fucking all right, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We are the Destiny Down on podcast, Log Power Slave at Mylan Games. at a Real Time Sloth. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that like button and subscribe if you feel so inclined. We do upload, but our upload schedule is all kinds of skewish. Make sure you hit that bell, but the bell's not going to fucking work because YouTube is utterly fucking broken and has a shit fucking system run by goddamn robots. And if you're listening on Spotify, thank you so much for your continued support. If you have any questions, queries, doubtful points, please let us know on Twitter at DDU_podcast, at Realtime Sloth, at LogPowerSlave, at Mylan Games. And until the next time, make sure you ring your mum, you cunts.
Tell us Sloth sent ya.
Beautiful.
All right, Matt. I need you to sign out and just repeat after me. Reckoning weapon reward rates.
Reckoning weapon reward rates. And the law will find you on Mixer. Thank you.
Bye.
Get out.
Stand by for a raid.